The world desperately needs people of faith who can contribute to public life and enhance the public conversation, he says. So how do we raise up a generation of Daniels to be the voices of faith in a cultural Babylon, so standing up for what you believe in, even when everyone else is bowing down?
So how indeed can we do this? How can we raise a generation of Daniels? And as you will recall, in Daniel, he stood against his particular cultural indoctrination, I think. They were definitely trying to indoctrinate Daniel. They changed his name. They made him speak Babylonian. They trained him in all the ways of the Chaldeans, right? The Babylonians. Of course, he said he stopped when it came to his dietary issues. For whatever reason, we're not exactly sure. Perhaps it was sacrifice to idols. Perhaps it was pork. Who knows, right? But anyway, he said, just give me vegetables. And so he stood against that, and the Lord rewarded him for that, right? Gave him 10 times more wisdom than all the rest of the folks who he was dealing with. So how do we raise up folks who are willing to stand against that type of indoctrination, cultural saturation, and that sort of thing? Here tells us, he quotes Phil Yancey in the book, What's So Amazing About Grace. He says that Yancey developed a word picture that provides a powerful reminder of the approach that must be taken. So what is it? So let's just read from Yancey's book here to see if we can get a feel for exactly what he's talking about. So Yancey tells us, a phrase used by both Peter and Paul has become one of my favorite images from the New Testament. We are to administer or, quote, dispense God's grace, says the two apostles. The image brings to mind one of the old-fashioned atomizers women used to use before perfume spray technology. You squeeze a rubber tube, right, and droplets of perfume come shooting out of the fine holes at the other end. A few drops suffice for a whole body, so you squirt it and get a few on your body, then that's good. Now you're good to go. A few pumps, he says, changes the atmosphere in the whole room. That is how grace, he tells us, should work. It should not convert the entire world or an entire society, but does enrich the atmosphere. In other words, it doesn't convert everybody, but it does make a change in terms of the atmosphere, is what he's getting.